All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast. Cheaper Than Therapy, Mick Thomas here. How are you? How are you doing? I want to know how you are. I really do. Thanks for liking this podcast, subscribing and sharing. And although the numbers are dramatically dwindling, which I don't care. I guess because I'm not promoting on social media. I'm not doing as many shows anymore, so I guess that's where the followers come from and the listens come from, right? So if you got a chance to see me at a show, a stand-up show, you go, where do I see more of that guy? Oh, he's got a podcast. Let me go check it out. So I've been doing less and less shows, so I guess that would kind of affect the numbers on it. And maybe the show's just shit. Maybe it's time to come to terms with it. It's just a shit podcast. Yeah. I'm going to buy, I think I got to invest in a new camera. I think, for recording some sets and stuff, for putting stuff out online there, just to, just to get it on, YouTube and that kind of stuff too. So, and maybe to record the podcast. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need a revamp of everything. But the numbers are down, that's all I'll say. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm only here for me. Like I said, Cheaper Than Therapy. And if you happen to like the show, I do thank you. I do thank you for listening and subscribing and sharing and all that stuff. You are very nice. We're 137 episodes in. So that's nice. Hope your Thanksgiving was well for those of you who are living in America. For those of you who are in Ireland and other countries, I hope that last Thursday was good for you. We are putting this episode up a little bit early because why not? I got nothing else to do. Today being Sunday, I am home alone. I've been home alone since Wednesday, and is it Sunday now? Yes, it is. I've been home alone since Wednesday, and I haven't showered since Friday morning, so I stink, which is fine. Fuck it, we're all out. Let it all hang out, eh? Let it all hang out. My Thanksgiving was kind of I'm always alone on Thanksgiving, right? The family went away to South Carolina, and I stayed home with a list of chores that I wanted to get done. And I wrote out the list, and I put it on the fridge, and I would cross it out as I got done. And I thought it'd be done, in a few hours here and there. And, and then I would probably, have my wankathon. Maybe go to the movies. Would have been on the list there. Didn't get any of those done, especially the wankathon. Very disappointing this year. So my sponsorship, who were sponsoring me for my wankathon, is definitely probably going to drop me. Rubber Gloves United. Sorry. Imagine wearing rubber gloves when you're having a wank, like those ones you wash the dishes with. How fucking sore would that be? Anyway, so but I had a list of chores to do, and one of those chores was I had to get this thing from IKEA for my daughter, and build this thing in the house. And I thought that would be a few hours, and I would move on to the next part of the list. 2 days later. 2 days fucking later. Let me first of all, let me start off by one of the advantages. What's that on my shoulder? There you go. What? Make a wish. One of the advantages, I guess, of not doing comedy is on Friday night I went out with some friends. Corey, who I might have a podcast. I probably will. We will have a podcast coming out soon. A more serious one. I guess using my qualification that I got qualified during COVID. I'll talk a little bit more about mental health and stuff like that. But it will be funny and educational. And then Austin, his brother Austin, the two hosts of Sticks and Stone podcast, which I did that Friday night. And my buddy Christian from Strong Island Boxing, shout out to Strong Island Boxing. And we went to this place out east in Long Island, Hurricanes or something, what it was. And it was all last minute. It was supposed to be me and Corey. Then Austin came along. He invited himself because he was upset. And I just text Christian on the way to come out and join us. And I don't remember the last time in 15 years that I just went out on a Friday night and sat there and had a drink. Not alcohol, just like, burger, onion rings, all that stuff. And just caught up with my friends. And I just thought it was really nice. When I struggle with this thing about, do I quit stand-up? Do I not quit stand-up? And then I have nights like these and remember that this is what it's about. This is, if I do miss stand-up, if I do quit stand-up, I used to have this, I have my friends, and it was nice. it was really, really nice. And I for someone who, if you do that yourself, don't take it for granted. Because I haven't been doing it for 15 years, where I would just say it's Friday night, phone call from a friend. Do you want to sit at a bar, eat something, and laugh and joke? And I just don't, it was always on the road with comedy clubs. And as you got better, I guess, as you became a headliner, then your real friends, you didn't really get a chance to, work with them on the weekends because they're off headlining. So, you work with what you have. So I really enjoyed myself. That was on the Friday night. And so I thought, all right, I'll get down to business, get rid of the old bed the next morning, and then get the fucking IKEA, get the other one. So I borrowed a pickup truck from my buddy Tom. Shout out to Tom. Take the other bed apart, bring it down to the basement, and go get all stuff. I go around shopping for all my chores, right? For things I've never done anything construction wise before. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a construction guy. My dad never did it really. My older brother did, but I was never a construction guy. And so I didn't like my wife has a toolbox. I don't have a tool. That's not a joke. So if I want to do something around the house, I have to go to her. I have to go, where's your toolbox? Not messing, not making that up. Where's your toolbox? I would have to say. And it's purple, right? It's all purple. So I just not. So when I go out to do stuff for I'm doing a lot of shit for Thanksgiving, that's out of character, right? Buying things for my week of, like, gonna clean the windows, gonna, shampoo the carpets, rake the leaves, just do things that are on the list that I wanted to get done. And the credit card company never once called me. Never once said, this is not like you. This is not like you to be buying stuff for raking leaves, for cleaning windows. None of that stuff. Food for Thanksgiving. The credit card company never once called me. Never once called me. But yeah, when I go to fucking Burger King, they're all phone calls. Or I'm online at Burger King, freezing my card up when there's a line behind me. And it's kind of embarrassing you think the people behind you think that you can't pay for your Burger King. Whopper and fries, large Diet Coke. You know what I mean? And then they're behind you like, oh, what's wrong with him, Daddy? This poor man up there can't afford it. And then maybe he does a nice thing and he gets out and he goes, I'll pay for his food. I've done that. I remember being at a 7-Eleven. A woman couldn't afford, so she was getting something and she was short. She goes, I'll put this back. I was like, you know what? I'll get it. And I don't talk about my philanthropist. Fuck. I can never say those words. You know what I mean? Nice guy things. And I've done it many times online. And again, I don't talk about it. I don't brag about it. But I've done it. And I always feel good doing it. But when I'm online at Burger King and the credit card company goes, I don't think this is right. Where are you when I need you? Where are you when, freeze up the count? Ask a question when you see me at a fucking Lowe's hardware store buying things that I don't know. I never go into a Lowe's hardware store. I don't know anything about the fucking place. Do your job. Credit card company. You know what I mean? Look into it. Test the waters. That's not like him. But when he's online at Burger King, we'll embarrass him. We'll freeze up the line and let him fucking feel like he's a poor person. Anyway. So I thought I'd make this bed in 2 days. 2 days I would be Dunsky, right? I thought I would be Dunsky. Go to IKEA. A lot of people hate IKEA. I'm a big fan of IKEA. I'm one of those comics that do all that shitty hacky jokes about the instruction manual. Do you ever get the food in there? You have to assemble it yourself. Ugh. If you ever walk into a comedy show and a comedian does that joke, just get up and leave. Get up and leave. Ask for your money back and get up and leave. And know that guy or girl is a lazy, non-writing, cunty hack. That's all I'm saying to you. Don't give them any satisfaction. Don't laugh at them. So I like IKEA. Big fan of it, me. I like IKEA, and I go in, and and then you'll get the jokes with the couples fighting and all that. So just don't ignore it. I'm not going to do any jokes about IKEA. So I go in. I got the pieces from IKEA, put them in the back of the pickup truck that Tom lent me. Driving home, go in, 6 boxes, 6 large boxes. And I remember someone was talking about the instructions, right? And And I like putting stuff. I can't remember the last time I was in IKEA, and I like putting stuff together. I really do. It's kind of therapeutic for me, and cheaper than therapy. And so I like assembling all the things and laying it all out there, and this part goes with that. But I remember, again, I can't remember the last time I was at IKEA. Maybe 10 years ago. I've assembled stuff from Walmart and Target, and I've bought furniture that needs to be assembled, and and people who hate IKEA, you know what I mean? Like, the furniture's not crap. It looks nice. Do you ever walk around IKEA and look at the kitchens that they make up, or the living rooms and the bedrooms? Like, I could do that. How much is everything in this room? $87. Get that in my car. I have a brand new living room. Make it just like they have it displayed there. Everything. $80 new living room, $70 new kitchen, $40 new bedroom. You're fucking done. You're done. Under $300, you got your whole house done from IKEA. You just have to put it together, no problem. Done. So people hate IKEA, and they're like, well, what do you want? Tell me what furniture you want. Furniture is going to be on the Antique Roadshow. I get it. There's no more Antique Roadshow. We're not making any more antique pieces, so let's stop it now, right? And you're not going to fast forward to 100 years time and watch a television show, the Antique Roadshow. If you know what the Antique Roadshow is basically these fucking boring people, and they're looking at furniture and little pieces of vases and this like fucking Poland Spring bottle of water here, and they're saying things like, oh, well, this piece here is what the general would use when he is, after having sex with a local common prostitute on the battlefield. He would wash his penis off with this jug, and that would get rid of the syphilis, so he could go off and fight the Indians, or savages as they would call them. And and that's the Antique Roadshow, really, and the antique shows, and it's all these people. I would never sell it. You know what I mean? It was given to me by my grandfather. I would never sell it. And then they say it's like worth $500 grand, and you immediately watch him spend it, right? You're like, I'm gonna get that fucking pool. I'm gonna get that pinball machine in the basement. I'm gonna knock that fucking wall down. That's where the bar is going. This fucking antique is fucking out of here on Monday. And that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. And they, or else it's funny. It's the other way. They'll get it, and the guy will, they expect that they found this fucking piece. Like, I saw a piece that was found. It was a piece of pottery that was from the Roman Empire, from way back then, from the Roman Empire. Like, Julius Caesar probably had it in his fucking kitchen. Julius Caesar used to keep his M&Ms in it, or his shells from his pistachio nuts, or whatever it was. And like, I don't know how they value it. And the guy was sitting there immediately, like, waiting to be. He's got his glasses and he's pushing, and he's waiting to find out the value of it. And the guy's like $8. And his whole life crashes. And it's true. Like, some of those things are just, you can't do anything with them, and just the clay held up really well, which means they're not worth shit. Very, very weird. Very weird. That's the Antique Roadshow. So we're not going to see that in 100 years' time. Well, this was an IKEA armoire, and what would happen is you would buy this and you would put it together, and you probably would kick your dog with your temper, and you would yell stuff at your children, and stuff like you were an accident out of nowhere. These things would, and then you would be missing a part, and you would have to go back to the store, and they would tell you that they didn't have the part, and that you had to order it online, and you would get it in 6 to 8 weeks, and you would leave this unfinished piece of furniture against the wall while you're waiting for that part, and then while the part comes in, you find the part that you thought you'd lost. So that's what this is here now, and that's kind of what IKEA, you're not going to find that on those shows like Target furniture, and who gives a fuck? We don't need those shows anyway. We don't need them, right? We don't need those shows anymore. We don't need that old art stuff anymore. It's gone. We don't need it. So I buy things from IKEA, and I bring it home, and I go to assemble it, and I figured I'd be done in 2 hours, in a few hours, 4 hours, 5 hours maximum I'd be done. And this was I started on Wednesday, on the morning of Thanksgiving. Or did I start on Tuesday when I dropped them off at the airport? I think I started on Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, because I had nothing else going on. And, and then my wife was telling me about the instructions. She's like, oh, there's no words for the instructions, no words. Now, I thought, when I opened up the instructions, like, there was no words. I thought it was like, when someone says, like, how is that ice cream? There's no words. There are no words to describe how good this ice cream is. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought was meant by it. There's literally no words in the instructions. So I put it together, and it's clumsy. It was hard. It wasn't therapeutic. I'm listening to Christmas songs in the background. More country music, if you remember my rant from last week, although I did take it down off YouTube because I lost my mind, had a bit of a nervous breakdown. I put on the Deadpool mask I did a whole episode on, so if you didn't see it on YouTube, you won't see it. It's gone. I took it down. So I lost my fucking train of thought again. What was I talking about? What was the point of this whole fucking thing? Don't know. Can't remember. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so I'm putting this thing. Oh yeah, I'm listening to country music. That's what it was. If you remember the rant from last week about country music, I'm still listening to it. Still listening to the women country singers complain. And I go ahead and Austin came over. And he gave me a little bit of a help. And then what happened is I fucking put the wrong screw in the wrong thing, right? So now it got stuck and it wouldn't come out. Like, there's no way it will come out. I'm like, fuck, and it's sticking out. So now I got to do is I have to go to Lowe's hardware store again and get a hacksaw. And because the only way I can get this screw out now is like if I just saw it off. You know, just saw it off and I'll file it down. It's at the bottom. Not sticking out, and no, it's not going to affect anybody. No one's going to scrape themselves off. Nobody's going to walk in and see it. It's not going to be an eyesore. So I go to Lowe's, and I think I'm going to need the screw that I fucked up, right? So I pick up another screw like that. So I bring it. Now, of course, Home Depot, Lowe's Hardware, any local hardware shop around the area will not carry IKEAs because they're exclusive. They have exclusive nuts and bolts. So I said, I'll go get the hacksaw and I'll take it with me. And I go to Lowe's and I meet the guy, much friendlier than Home Depot. If you ever go to a Home Depot and ask for help, the people just disappear into the shelves. Like, you know, the labyrinth where she disappears into the wall. That's what it's like at Home Depot. So I don't like Home Depot. Sorry, Home Depot. This is not anti-you, but Lowe's is better when it comes to customer service. And so I go to Lowe's Hardware and I talk to the guy. He comes over to me. How can I help you? So glad to help. He is so glad to help. This was on the Thursday. So no, Friday. This is Friday. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mess you all up. This is Friday, and he so the guy comes like, where's your hacksaw? Gives me the hacksaw. I remember the hacksaws from school. We do it in metalworking and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that. I'm not ashamed. But this is the problem with sometimes being a man, right? This is one, maybe I'll bring this up on our mental health podcast with Corey, but I just asked the guy, do you have a screw? Right? And I held up the screw to him and he kind of like, nah, it's one of those IKEA ones, isn't it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we don't carry them. And he told me what I kind of already knew, but it was a long shot. I thought maybe it was a substitute. Didn't even need it anyway, but just, you know, keep it safe because there's always one or two extra screws in the packet. And here's what I said. Instead of just saying I fucked up, I put it in the wrong hole. Because I'm a man in a man's store, right? Even in the girls section, like where they do flowers and stuff, it's still a man's store, right? Like it or not, it's not sexist. It's still a man's store. So I'm in the man's store, and here's what I said. And this is the problem with men and our mental health and why we just can't be honest around other men. I just said, instead of just going like, I fucked up and put it in the wrong hole, I had to saw it out, and I might need another one. That's the story. That's the story right there. What did I say? I walked up like, do you have another one? Fucking, here, out of the blue, I came out of my own shame and embarrassment. You know what? The wife put it in the wrong hole. And I told her not to do it till I got home, but did she listen? No. She's in fucking South Carolina. Fucking far away, 15-hour drive, 15-hour drive away, 3.5-hour flight. I don't know whatever the fuck long it takes to get there. But because we're men and we're weak on the inside and we can't just turn around and go, I fucked up, I made up this whole story just so I could be, you know, this guy gets me. You know what I mean? I was like, we you know, I fucking told her not to do it till I get home, but would she listen? Oh no. I had to do that. Excuse me. I had to do that story. Make up a whole fucking elaborate story. Just so I could just say, can I have a screw from IKEA? Because I didn't want to feel, you know, inferior in front of a guy wearing a bib. You know what I mean? A little guy wearing a bib who probably didn't want to be there for $8 an hour. And I was worried about feeling inferior to this guy. He was a lovely guy, by the way. All the staff at Lowe's are fantastic, very helpful, always willing to help. I like it so much that I was in the bathroom, was taking a shit in one of their toilets, and on the sign when you're taking a poop, they had a sign up. I always like to read. We all like to read on the toilet, and it said "Help wanted, even the night shift." And I was thinking, like, I could do the night shift, right? Come back after me gigs, run in, do a fucking few hours there, come home, get some money, bit of sleep during the day. Bob's your uncle, right? That's how much I like Lowe's. I like Lowe's like that, but I couldn't tell the truth. I couldn't just go, I'm a fucking moron. Help me not be a moron. I had to make up this whole thing. Yeah, she came home early, you know, and she fucking took the car. You know what I mean? Put diesel in the car too, by the way. Don't get me started on that one. She put diesel in the car, ruined it, left one of the kids at 7-Eleven. Right? That you should probably see it on the news. That you saw the news. That was her. That was her. And now here I am, bothering you, buddy, the day after Thanksgiving when I should be up with my feet up, right, guys? You know what I'm talking about. Fucking sad and pathetic. And as men, we should be ashamed of ourselves. And it's sad that we can't just be honest and come out and talk about it. But whatever it is. Yeah, and that was my Thanksgiving. So I just finished it, and then today I wanted one of the things which is so funny. I was like, I gotta rake the leaves off the lawn. What happened? Big gust of wind last night. Stormy night here on the old Long Island. I wake up this morning, not one fucking leaf on the lawn. I swear to God, not one. Now I can just go, yeah, I got all the leaves. That took me hours to do. I could have went to the movies today and just fucking said I was using that time to rake the leaves. Could have played video games. Could have played Batman. I don't play video games anymore. I still have the PlayStation, but maybe it's just, you know, I used to like playing Batman because you would beat the fuck out of somebody. That's when I was angry. When I was an angry person. But I'm at Zen now. I'm all Zen. Yeah. Look, that was my Thanksgiving week. I had a kind of like a one of those dinners, put together dinners for Thanksgiving, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you were so sad for you." And it's not an Irish holiday. So I put together one of those like Thanksgiving dinners. And I'm going to have more tonight, actually. It's like 2 meals in one. So I'm going to have another one tonight. And that was my Thanksgiving. That's what I got. I got all the chores done. All of them done. The whole list. Now I'm free for the rest of the night. I'm going to watch, I watched Kevin Hart's new show. Right? I got that done. That's a good show, by the way. True Life, if you watch it. It's good show. I watched that. Starting Narcos now. I love Narcos. The only thing about Narcos. Do you think I like with Narcos? I can't pick my phone up and be a distracted scumbag. Because you have to read a lot of subtitles in Narcos. Got a bit of chocolate. I get up in the morning. I'll go to the gym. I'm back on track again, everybody. Back on track again. Listen. Almost Irish Podcast. It's not done. We're going to get back soon. I promise. I don't know when. Check me out this week on this week's episode of Sticks and Stone. I was a bit harsh on old Austin. I kind of went through him for a shortcut, as we say in Ireland. And then be on the lookout. We may be recording one this week about our mental health episode. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't think we agreed. Corey came up with a great name for it, but I don't know if he's... I'm okay with the name he picked, by the way, so I just don't know if he wants to do it yet. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I'll let you know what's going on with comedy, and if I get any more equipment for this stuff. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. But anyway, in the meantime, lads, if you could just kind of ask people to share. If you could just share this somewhere with somebody and go, hey, check out this podcast. It's all right. Not too bad. Or not. Whatever you want to do. I am on YouTube if you want to check over. Hit subscribe when you're over there. You get the episode out a bit early. So anyway, thanks for liking, lads. I do appreciate it. From all my bitching and moaning and stuff, I do appreciate you coming back and checking out every episode. I do. For those of you who are still around listening to it, the loyal people who are there every week, I will not forget you. And when I go to Madison Square Garden and perform there, I will thank you all individually, especially the ones in Fiji. Thank you for my new listeners in Fiji. I appreciate that. All right, lads. Thanks so much for listening. Get ready. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas now. Get your shopping done, all that stuff. And remember what's important this time of year, right? Your loved ones, your family, and your friends. Remember what's important. And as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you.